Corey, how tough of a decision was it to keep Shea over Mason and make that decision?
Yeah, they were pretty tight neck and neck through the majority of camp, but we felt Shea really set himself above, and that was probably the number one position we looked at with a magnifying glass, so to speak, and we felt we made the right decision. So certainly, obviously, Mason's a good player, and we wish him all the best moving forward. So those conversations are never easy, but it's necessary in what we do. We're happy with the roster we put together.
What did Shea show you that you wanted to keep him?
Yeah, I think just overall understanding from the experience that he had last year compared to this year, we kind of allowed him to do a little bit more and gave him more opportunity, and he ran away with that, and he does have the ability to create from the quarterback position. I think that's important to have on the roster. It's unique to a skill set to that position, but certainly just his overall understanding of the playbook and his ability to make the throws and make the reads, and also having that backup in there if things hit the fan, he can make things happen still.
And Brayden Lenius as well, you could release him.
Yeah, man, tough one. He just didn't quite get back in his rehab. I know he's still going to continue to work on that, but again, crappy conversations to have, man. He means a lot to this organization and the guys in this locker room and in the building. Tough conversation, but again, just it's part of the business, and we all know that.
Is Brayden a guy you'll keep tabs on, potentially bring back if he is healthy down?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, he's got to, the main thing for him, he's just got to focus on getting his rehab back to where it needs to be. But certainly, if he's getting back to full strength, we'll definitely take a peek at it.
What did Jack Cohn show you that gave you the confidence to keep him?
Yeah, late ad as far as signings, just his mental preparation and understanding the playbook. His ability to process what he's seeing very quickly. We feel very comfortable with Jack and his progression as he develops here as a quarterback on the team. He's got a bright future.
Is that what a good quarterback room might look like? A veteran at the top, kind of a semi-experienced guy with some upside in the middle, and then kind of a rookie with maybe a high ceiling? Yeah.
I mean, it definitely that checks off a lot of boxes for us, But as far as as a perfect quarterback room, I don't know. I guess the perfect one is just that whoever the starter is healthy the whole year, right? So we're just happy with the guys that we have. They do have all different skill sets that can play for us, and whoever's in there at any given time, Mueller's playbook has enough to accommodate for each one of those guys. So again, we're pleased with the quarterback room and looking forward to getting after.
What made you like keeping Ajou Ajou out there on the roster?
Well, I mean, all the things, the fact that he was a 7th round draft pick is, I think that put a little bit of a chip on his shoulder, and he came in here, highly touted, and he just put his head down and worked. He could have all the accolades. I know, pre-draft, everybody was pumping his tires, and I think, the circumstance for him, and he came in, he just kind of closed his mouth, put his head down, and did the dirty work. And those are all things that we like. And then you see all the flashes, what led him to get into Clemson. He continues to go on that route. It's maybe going to be a hell of a steal. Yeah.
You said you wanted him to be a professional, act like a professional. Have you seen that change from him in 3 weeks?
Totally. I just had that conversation with him. I spoke to him the night before rookie camp started and said, this is the things you got to do to prove that, you're ready for this. And he's exceeded the expectations from that manner. We've asked him to move around positions. He's been prepared for that. Every rook's going to have a little bit of blip as far as mental errors, but he gets those corrected. And he does everything. He does the dirty work. You want him to go in there and block, he's willing to do that. So kudos to the kid for putting the priorities as a priority, and it's led him here. So now just, reestablish new goals for himself as he's here.
How excited are you to coach a regular season game for the first time?
Yeah, I think I'm focused on day one, of practice. But I'm more excited just for the guys to get out there and really implement everything that we've put into place at this point. I know they're all itching to kind of get after it, but it's process driven, and we kind of just attack every day to see how we can come out victorious each day, right? So we had today, and then we're looking to tomorrow, Rob.
Do you need to say anything to the athletes? Because, of course, they were competing against one another, and now they're competing for each other. How does that switch go off in somebody's head?
Yeah, I think that's the best part about training camp is that, you're going to have aggressive battles, and then at the end of, practice, they got to realize who the family members are, right? So we stress that hard in the environment that we're trying to build. But they all know that if they just be selfish about being selfless, is what we like to say, is they just want to focus so good at their job and trust that everybody else around them is doing the same, that you're being selfless for the greater good of the team. So they understand that. I know they're ready to ride for each other.
Who's gonna be your short yardage quarterback?
Me.
Yeah.
Trevor. No.
What's the? Can I just ask you about that?
Yeah, sure.
Who will handle short yardage?
Shay's got a little bit of athleticism to him, so he allows us to do a couple things at that position. So I'd lean on Shay. Thanks.